I caught on to the television programming at a fairly young age. I went to the analytics of words, etymology of words, and learning. What a program is. So we're basically just a bunch of big computers anyway. And then the computer needs to shut down and reset sometimes. But we pretty much have been dumped. So many lies have been put in our heads for so long. I mean, it's pretty much hard to unwind people from what's a lie and what's not when they've been taught it for so long. I mean, we're a long ways away now from the 90s, and everybody that was born in the 90s are damn near pushing 30 now. And it's just like, who are the adults in this society? Who's going to be the person to step up? 'Cause even the older people just don't care anymore. So it's like you're on your own unless you build a good network, or you got the finances to pay somebody to handle stuff. But at this point in my life, using family for anything is just it's pointless. I'm trying to get myself together now. By the grace of the Lord, I'll get myself back. And currently I'm at my parents' house again at the age of 29. I finally hit rock bottom. I got a lot of resentment towards a lot of people, and the Lord teaches me to forgive, but I cannot forgive a lot of things that I've endured through my time of being with my extended family, and even my regular family. I shut a lot of people out from my life to begin with, and I tried to build a relationship with people, family wise, that I shut out my life, and it's not working out. It hasn't worked out. And I'm pretty much going to be a loner on the YouTube page, trying to find other people that are looking for somebody to kind of connect with them, and trying to get some understanding on things. It's like a lot of times you're having a conversation with your own self for the most part, even like thinking. It's pretty much a conversation to yourself, and most people are not going to get what you're saying unless you're using the English language to speak to people if you're in America. So, I can't say never give up, but at what point are you going to keep beating that same dead horse to no result? If people don't understand you, just move on. Don't waste your words with people who are not worthy of them. You know, I made my choices. There's a good path, and then there's a bad path. And about 99.99% are going to walk on that bad path. As that bad path is it's a very wide road, and the path that I know is narrow. So yeah, it's lonely. It's a lonely road, but it is what it is. I thought I needed, but I guess my whole life I'm sitting there I just stayed complacent. I dumb myself down to fit in with the masses, and it hurts every day being on the bottom. Like, I don't have any sense to do these freaking tasks and jobs they give these people. Even the CEO, half of these people that have these big jobs are pretty much a bunch of assholes and kiss ups. It's been handed to them. A fair opportunity in America is just not what it is. They can play like they want to play it, but I ain't a stupid person. So I work to try to get myself out there and earn a living through this platform of YouTube for the most part. Of course, I'm still gonna work another job unless I blow up crazily wise, but I never Like I labor now. I do labor jobs. You know, any job that you're picking up stuff, moving stuff, whatever, you're called a laborer. You know, everybody wants these fancy job titles. You got people that are ashamed of their children for working certain jobs and they have no idea what it is to go out here and work on a regular and get it from the bottom, getting out the mud, you know. But only thing I can do is trust the Lord and trust the process of how He does stuff and have some patience. But at the same time, like I said, like at the age of 29, you're living back under your parents' roof, you know, bad decisions, so you're full of debt. But you know it's COVID time anyway, so it's not a bad period to be in debt. It's a great timing to reset your life and try something new. You know, I took the real estate class out in Chesapeake, Virginia, but I feel like them people are pretty much racist. And I currently work in Chesapeake. If you haven't been to Chesapeake, you know, slide out there your own self and Chesapeake, Virginia. Slide out there your own self, and you tell me how welcome you feel in certain parts of that place. But it is Virginia, and the history itself tells you about Virginia. But this is not what this conversation is about. So to try to get back on subject matter and back on topic, it's family, jobs. I mean, a lot of stuff you just got to keep to yourself and find your own answer, because I'm gonna go and say it again, it's crabs in the bucket pretty much in America. You know, nobody wants to see you become anything other than below what the person is their own selves. They don't want to see, most people don't want to see their kids succeed past where the point in life that they're at. You know, I don't know why this world is like this. You know, personally, I didn't want no parts of this shit. I'm keeping it real goes wrong, as Dave Chappelle says. I didn't want no parts of this system. I can see that shit as a child getting ready to work 15, 16 years old, and minimum wage was $5.15 an hour. I mean, and it's like, oh, they're gonna start paying $12 at McDonald's in 2021. Now they want to pay somebody $12 fucking now. And you expect for me to take this shit seriously? You expect me to respect this country when the rich just keep getting richer while the poor got to sit back and act the goddamn fool because they can't figure out they're being bamboozled or shenanigans, really. Shenanigans. Like this country is amazing. It's a big business. It's a big hustle, and like if you're not a part of that big group of people that's hustling and getting it, they're gonna penalize you for doing the same thing that they're doing. You know, paying taxes, and you're already struggling to get ahead in life, and they're taking money out your paycheck to give it to you later. Man, get the fuck out of here. Like, all this shit is a joke to me. My pure existence in America is a fucking joke to me. And you sit there and you insult somebody because of the color of their skin. That looks pretty amazing to me, I would think. Be as though that I've never had a sunburn and never is going to get a sunburn. But I digress. My point is, it's never going to be any equality. It's never going to be any respect. You're just going to keep playing and acting like everything's okay. Everybody's going to keep intermingling and mixing. And then the same thing that happens is going to happen every time. The world hits the reset button and we go back to normal. That's why y'all keep seeing all these UFOs popping up in the atmosphere. You know, I can speak on that, and I'll get to that eventually when I feel like telling that answer, you know. But some of us have the knowledge instilled in us and the wisdom instilled in us, and it's not a big percentage that can really break down and have the understanding of what's really going on in this system. You know, it's a system. So it's a game. It's a design. You know, they want people to kill each other. They love the blood being spilled on this earth. You know, they love families breaking up, and I mean, like I said, man, I sat there and just didn't appreciate the little things that I had, and just couldn't figure out what the issue is, and you're dealing with family and everything else. It's just like, for me, it's just time to move on, and I didn't really prepare myself. Honestly, I live like the world is going to end personally, because I feel like it's going to get to a point where everybody's going to get fed up. Like the anger and episodes of anger that you're seeing currently is just, it's not even the tip of the iceberg to the madness that people are going to see. People are not going to understand, and people are going to be very afraid and very fearful. But like I told you, 1% is not going to even bat an eye. 1% is going to be laughing to the point of their stomach's getting ready to freaking split and bust open. Because ain't nobody going to want to listen to. Nobody's going to want to listen to you to try to prevent anything. Even I'm guilty of not processing, and I don't know why. Oh, other than my head being up my ass. Like yet again, don't put your head up your ass. I mean, that like you really have to listen. We have two ears for a reason. Now we have two lips, but we only have one mouth. And you got one tongue. And that's pretty much what gives you the ability to speak is your tongue. Because you don't believe me, why don't you have somebody cut your tongue out and see how well you speak? Yeah. Sorry to get violent, but it's already been desensitized to you. Everybody loves Marvel movies and aliens coming from the sky. People love horror movies, and all that stuff is imaginated from somebody's brain. So me personally, I never was big on watching the horror genre, but it's just like, look how sick your mind is, sir. And you created this mess. You did. This disgusting horror film, horror show. And everybody sits there and watch it and they're entertained. And it's like, ooh, like, what is entertaining about watching people die? But that has nothing to do with my people. We were just brought here. So we sit back and we watch your media and your television shows, at least the 1%. It's like, you judge us. Y'all judge us, right? Hmm. It's pretty interesting if you take the time out and look, but you're not, because you're somewhere in your comfort zone, somewhere amongst your people, laughing away, having a good time, talking about how stupid these people are. And hey, you're right. It is what it is. They are truly very stupid people, but eventually help is gonna come. But that's too high for people. So it's like, what can you do to prevent the inevitable? Nothing. Just sit back, you watch, and you're going to deal with what you're going to deal with. And that's everybody on Earth. Every person's on Earth. Why do you think they keep trying to escape you guys to Mars and all this craziness? Is like, why are you working so hard to abandon somewhere that if you stop doing the stupid shit that you're doing to destroy it, it's still going to be here? Because some people are fully aware of, like, again, how this story is going to play out. You think you're going to keep living every day with people suffering and dying and being hurt and starving and all sorts of negative things that occur on this earth on a constant daily basis, and people sit there and act like there's nothing going on. People just want to go out and party and have a good time. Meanwhile, somebody's somewhere suffering. Somebody's hurt. Somebody's depressed. Somebody's angry. Everybody just goes out and has a good time. And then you look up, you got shootings everywhere. Everywhere. And the answer to the shootings is to take guns away from people. But what you're gonna do about the illegal guns and the dirty guns and all the guns that the bad guys, so they say, the bad guys. I wear the skin of the so-called bad guy. The only thing I've done on this earth is sit here and try to make a living in a system that don't give a fuck about me. And the system's never gonna give a fuck about me. And my family's never gonna give a fuck about me. And my friends are never gonna give a fuck about me. Because this country and this system has all been set up for selfishness and greed. You can't have nothing for yourself. Everybody's jealous and envious of what somebody else has. For what? Do you really need it? Do you deserve it? Yeah. A lot of things in life that people have, hey, they have it for a reason. I've never been the person to be envious or wanting from somebody else's stuff. Never been a thief. I just work hard and just done a piss poor job at saving money. Cause you look up, you got $200-300 electric bills and $100 gas bills and $100 water bills. It's like they just charge you so much money just to live, just to have a roof, just to get a house. I would like to change the world, but only thing I can do is try to reach individual people who actually care. I don't like dealing with careless people. I don't like dealing with lazy people. I don't like dealing with shisty people. I don't like sneaky people. I don't like liars. I don't even like overly soft people. You know, it's a middle ground to it, but meekness is a key to life. I give you that. But how long you gonna keep letting people step on you? Strength can only get you so far in life. And the young bull is not always gonna process what the old bull processes. But eventually one day that young bull becomes the old bull. And you will hope that young bull can be as strong and sturdy as the old bull, but the new age young bull is just it's a young bull, even when it gets older. Nobody's maturing. Nobody's growing up. Everybody's acting like a bunch of fucking children. Because the only thing they know how to do is be kids. Nobody wants to be a parent. Everybody just wants to have fun. Everybody wants to be forever 21. You people are fucking shameless, and y'all people make me sick. You people of Earth. Yes. The shit that you find enjoyable, I find disgusting. So I sit in a boat by myself, but here I am. I gotta step in somewhere else and deal with the most vulgar, vile, sick minds that just thinking with your dick, thinking with your pussy. That's what we came to now, for male and female society, just a bunch of fornicators. Nobody can appreciate the person that they have with them. Everybody's ungrateful. I became ungrateful, and I'm paying for it. I'm also paying for past mistakes, but there ain't really much I can do. I beat myself up for 3 years. I had a guy at the job. Well, he was a white boss. I had a white boss at my job. I worked at Piedmont. He kicked me in my butt. I didn't say nothing. Eventually, 6 months later, I finally said something, but nothing happened. Nobody cared. Stuff happens to black men all the time. You think anybody gives a fuck about the shit that happens to us? You may get a splasher brother that gets some attention. But most times, we don't get no type of help or attention until we're dead. We just extra bodies. You don't need a black man long as the white women, long as the white man can be with the black woman. So I just see myself as a targeted person. We don't have no protective class for our people. But the gay people and the Jewish people, they're protective class citizens. Can't speak on them, can't say nothing negative about them, cannot touch them. You're going to go down for a hate crime. But no, black people are pretty much still open season. The police shows you that. The regular Karens show you that. The regular white men of society show you that. So, like, I have to sit here and wake up every day and play the dumb black man. Because nobody wants to hear nothing from us. We're just to help. And y'all show me that with the movies that y'all make for us over and over again. The Help, 12 Years a Slave, Django Unchained. What else y'all got? We got movies where we got to beg our way into the sports league. Movies where always some type of infidelity and cheating, all sorts of stuff. Like, y'all don't do nothing to encourage my people. Y'all just send us farther into destruction.